long to go after? One, thank you.
Come back, please.
Yeah, so go ahead and name. You're lucky I starting that for. You're lucky you got a referee. Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Really?
And I said, no, we're starting at 3.
Is that what he said? What a fool.
He does that.
Like, does he realise, you know, these guys are here at 3. Yeah.
You want to do a head check?
We did tell Yahanda to start at 3.
Oh yeah, it's alright, no worries,
You
mate.
know what I mean? Because like they're running behind because they set up in 20 minutes.
You tell him.
I did.
Only he'll listen to you, Ray, that's all, no one else.
I won't be listening because I don't have headsets, but
That's all
I'll
right.
just look at your levels. Yeah. Someone back in the studio should be listening, so if there's an issue, I'll let us know.
Not Chris, surely.
Sorry?
Not Chris, is it?
No. Alright, go.
Good afternoon and welcome to Emerald Hills Reserve, the home of Harrington United Football Club for this round 5 West Group M-League fixture between Harrington United and the Camden Tigers. Great to have your company on M-League YouTube. Am I too far?
Just come over with me.
Yeah.
No, you should be. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll get you to come back and do it.
like sunspots on the screen?
Yeah, I've got a few and I can't get them off.
I knew this was going to happen. So he's going to lean downhill and it's going to fall down.
Come forward if you want a bit though.
Just on the flatter, yeah. Yeah, that's a bit better. So do I make apologies on the call saying it's not your sets, don't adjust them, it's just they're in the sunspot.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Just like you have one or two blue black things like that.
I didn't have enough time, but I could have got a van off Brendan
Oh,
and
yeah.
go on the other side, but I manage another team
Okay.
and I live in the George area. By the time they finish, he had to go to Wentworth Field and come here. I wouldn't have got here for kickoff. But it would have been perfect because I saw on the draw there was no game on the other side.
Would have been so good, yeah.
I know, mate.
Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, I filmed up on Brendan's van a few times over the years, yeah.
Were you here last year? Was it you?
No.
I think it was,
I've never been
it was his
before.
neighbour.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy who does the removals.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Mitch.
Michael? Mitch.
Yeah, I work with him as well, yeah. So are you here through Brendan or through Chris?
I'm here from Macarthur Football Association.
Okay.
And spot on is Brendan.
Yeah.
They're the providers, but if they can't provide,
Okay.
on
I'm going through this, like through Chris.
yeah, you are on YouTube Macarthur.
Yeah.
So he's basically sourced you out
Gotcha.
because he's at Parramatta Rugby League or something,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
and Blacktown Girls Soccer.
Yeah.
What's the time now, mate?
3:01.
Come on, rest. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Emerald Hills Reserve, home of Harrington United Football Club and the Hornets. The home team today will be taking on the Camden Tigers. Great to have your company on the M-League YouTube channel for this Round 5 fixture, brought to you by West Group and Deploy Footballs. Our officials for this afternoon's fixture, Johan Pinto is the referee in the centre. The assistant referee furthest from camera is Scott Beale, and the assistant referee closest to camera is William Beale. Just like to apologise in advance, our vantage point here at Emerald Hills Reserve, we're looking straight into the sun, and just hopefully the picture doesn't come through too badly. Occasionally you might get some sunspots, but we're doing our best here on the sideline at Emerald Hills Reserve. So the two captains, Jaden Rowley from Harrington United and Alex Steedman of the Tigers, conducting the coin toss. A sunny 21 degrees here in the Macarthur this afternoon. A breeze blowing across the ground for this fixture. And a little bit down breeze, so from left to right, be favouring that team a little bit. So both teams in their pre-match huddles as we get set for round 5 action in the M-League men's division between the Harrington United Hornets and the Camden Tigers. So it looks like Harrington United, the home team, will be the team to kick off. Referee Johan Pinto checking everything's in readiness. We're underway under sunny skies here at Emerald Hill Reserve. In their dark strip, they'll be running from left to right on your screen. And the Camden Tigers with their gold tops, black shorts and gold socks, they'll be running from right to left on your screen as Harrington United gets some early possession here. Jacob Jones trying to fight his way through. Still keeps the possession off balance. Not a bad effort at all. And Tom Haynes had to be on point there for that save across to his right. Certainly was a handful in our men's live stream last week from Cunningham Park in Gregory Hills, Jacob Jones, and straight away off the bat, winning the ball in a tough position and a left-footed shot, bringing a save from Tom Haynes. Now the Tigers down the right, left-hand side here. Andrea's pass that was intercepted. Ethan Singh with the throw. Down the line, over their head, Dan Pickles was fouled in the process of getting the ball. I think there was a hand around his shoulder and base of the neck. And a free kick here to the Tigers. In a prominent position from a set piece. Andreas Campisi has to trot off after the match ball. One's arrived before he has to go and get it, so it's good news for him. Francisco Sarmento over the ball for the Tigers here in this set piece. Sarmento, a flat ball for the Tigers and hooked away from the Harrington United defence. Ethan Singh wins a throw for the Tigers down the left-hand side, and Andreas Campisi upended with that challenge there from skipper Jaden Rowley. So Singh again for the Tigers, who having the early possession here in the half of Harrington United. A nice turn there from Dan Pickles. Pickles, a left-footed cross, intercepted by Riley Hinton. And it's going to be the first corner kick of the afternoon here at Emerald Hills Reserve. Great to have your company on the M League YouTube channel. Brought to you by the Macarthur Football Association in association with the great sponsors in West Group and Deploy Footballs. So the Tigers with his first corner kick headed away there from the skipper Jaden Rowley for Harrington United. Now the Tigers come back down the right hand side. Crossover. Still playing around with it at the back there. Curry gets it away. And it'll be a throw in for the Tigers on the far side. Long throw down the line looking for Pickles. Curry gets in the way and miskicks it, but it works out well. Sumners back to Curry, fighting hard. Pickles as well. Dan Pickles away, not quite from Conroy, sticks out a foot and puts it out of play. So the Camden Tigers asking the early questions here at Emerald Hills Reserve, and we're just barely 4 minutes in, and besides that strike from Jacob Jones in the opening seconds, it's all been the Tigers with territory and possession, and it'll be a corner kick here for the Tigers. Second one of the match. In it comes, looking for Pickles. Headed away from Rowley, I think it was, for Harrington United, and back they start again. Cross there from Jaden Brown. Another corner kick here for the Tigers. Sarmento winning the corner kick, and he'll be taking the corner here for the Tigers. Francisco Sarmento floats a ball into the middle of the 6-yard box, headed down. And Harrington United are away. But back come the Tigers. Sarmento involved in the early action here, waiting for the ball. Ball's given away. A lovely ball from the Tigers down the right here, a crossover, and it's off the post. Ryan Baldy didn't know much about that. And fortuitously for Harrington United, they're on the counter here now, and Jacob Jones won't get there as Tom Haynes picks up. And the ball's going to go back for infringement. Free kick for Harrington United, who got away with it there. Rowley goes long. Conroy. Henry Key on the right-hand side here, who had a big game, and Ethan Singh gives him a don't argue, and referee Josh Pinto says, too much work there, Ethan. We'll give a free kick to Harrington United. That's all here now for Harrington United for their set-piece opportunity here in the first half at Emerald Hills Reserve for the Hornets. Floats it into the far stick, and away in the end there from Tyler Reid of the Tigers. Sarmento couldn't keep it in play, and it'll be a throw-in now for Harrington United. Conroy. Dan Anderson. Playing the ball wider to Rowley. Rowley with a long-range effort, but was well and truly wide of the mark. And did that take a deflection? Yes, it did. It'll be a corner kick for the Harrington United. Coming off their first victory of the season last weekend at Cunningham Park. A 1-0 victory over Gregory Hills. They had a plethora of opportunities to extend the scoreline, but in the end, they pick up their first 3 points of the season. And made a steady start here against the Camden Tigers. Henry Key goes to the near post. Headed away there from Jaden Brown of the Tigers. Over to the far side. Ball's out of play and it'll be a Hornets throw. Crossover beats everybody. It'll be a goal kick. So the Camden Tigers sitting in 7th spot at the moment. They've played for 1-2, drawn 0 and lost 2. They're on 6 points. And as I mentioned before, Harrington United are in 9th spot after 4 matches with a victory and 3 losses. They're on 3 points. The Tigers having a 4-2 victory at home over the Gunners last week. And the Hornets a 1-0 victory over Gregory Hills Mustangs at Cunningham Park last Saturday night. Jacob Jones, your goal scorer there. Now the Hornets come back with a ball in the half here of Camden after the Tigers played exclusively in the half there of Harrington United in the opening 5 minutes. But the Hornets have steadied the ship here. Now William Curry here for Harrington. Looks to chip a ball to Henry Key. Singh gets in the way for the Tigers now on the counter. Camden with numbers and space. Sarmento decides to go over the right-hand side, and that pass is cut out by the Hornets. Zane Sumners, who had a busy game on the left-hand side last Saturday night at Cunningham Park for the Hornets. Rowley back to Ryan Baldy, back in the top grade this week for the Hornets. In between the sticks. Now he clears by foot, looking for Jones, headed there of the Tigers. Up slides a nice ball here. Jones onside. Still with Jones, a left-footed effort. And blocked in the end there by Jaden Brown of the Tigers. Back come the Hornets again. Harrington United keeping the ball for the last few moments here. A drifted cross looking for Henry Key. Singh gets in the way and heads it forward for the Tigers. And now could they be dangerous on the counter here? And that ball, you could just see what he was trying to do there. Just didn't quite execute with that outside of the right foot there. Sarmento. And a throw in now for the Hornets as Curry starts at the back again. Mateo Surrett goes all the way back to Ryan Baldy. Curry. Here's a ball towards Carlos Higa. And now back they go down the left. Anderson stretches out and does well to keep the ball here. Hornets keeping possession. Short again to Anderson. Jaden Rowley, the skipper. Probably go long here. He does. Down the left-hand side. And looking for Sumners, but ball beats everybody. Out for a throw-in. Tigers go down the line again. Looking for Pickles. Pickles does well to come away from the sideline and the ball. Dan Pickles for the Tigers. An early ball in the middle now. An opportunity for the Tigers. A shot and down goes Ryan Baldy. A good save there. And that shot from Andreas Campisi probably didn't ask him to do too much stretching, but he did well in the end. But lovely work from Pickles down the right. That early ball across to the middle, putting the Hornets' defence under pressure. Clear opportunity there in the first one of the match for the Tigers. Not to be on that occasion as the Hornets play out from the back. Pickles sticks out a leg. The ball's still in play and it'll be a United throw. Just on 13 minutes gone here. Great to have your company on the M League Men's fixture here, round 5, and that was a foul definitely by the big number 9 of the Hornets. Jones running into Haynes, and it'll be a free kick here for the Tigers. So the Tigers making 4th position last year, and they defeated, I beg your pardon, they finished in 3rd and defeated St Mary's in the first elimination semi-final, then in a high-scoring fixture in the prelim final against Gunners, going down 5-4 in the end, but they made a great second half comeback, just failing to make the grand final last year, so they'll be going to look to go one step better in season 2026. The Tigers looking to make the grand final. A long ball here for Campese on the left-hand side. Andreas Campese, hands in the back there. That should be a card against Matteo Surret. And referee Johan Pinto agrees and says, you caught him from behind with hands in the back, and a free kick goes to Camden. And Surret on notice for the rest of the match here this afternoon. So Francisco Sarmento over the ball again for the Camden Tigers. They played a trick shot last time with a flat ball just past the wall. Is he tempted to go for the top corner here, Sarmento? He is. And a fingertip save over the top there from Ryan Baldi. Gives the Tigers a corner kick. So Sarmento again with a corner kick this time for the Tigers. In it comes over the head there of Baldi, and a header which went across the face and missed everybody and wide of the mark, and it'll be a goal kick here for Harrington United. Dan Pickles just going wide there for the Tigers as Kuri goes back to Ryan Baldi. Jaden Rowley. Henry Key calling for the ball. A chip over the top. Singh heads it back. Surratt gets a foot on it for Harrington. Now Camden. Retrieve in the middle of the park. Goes out to the right-hand side. A lovely ball down the right-hand side. An early cross looking for Dan Pickles with a header, and there's the opening goal of the match. Dan Pickles with a powerful header with a lovely cross from the right-hand side. And the Camden Tigers take the lead here at Emerald Hills Reserve. They lead by a goal to 0. And lovely piece of work down the right-hand side. From the Tigers. And Pickles with a powerful header. As Henry Key now pounces on the ball at the other end. A crossover. And Singh gets it away. Only as far as Conroy, but Tigers again with numbers up front. Pickles with a flick towards Campese. Now the ball's gone over the top. Tom Haynes will get that comfortably. That was Kobe Stanko with a pinpoint cross there for the Tigers. And Stanko to Pickles. Over the head there of Baldy. And the Tigers bag the opening goal here at Emerald Hills Reserve. So the Tigers were playing from in front here today. Tom Haynes to restart play here for the Tigers. Haynes goes towards the left. Matteo Surrett heads it down. Anderson cleans up here for Harrington United. Places a ball there for Sumners. Just hits the back of his heel there, but he was able to retrieve it now. Sumners on the left-hand side here for the Hornets. Brings it in with his right foot. And Tom Haynes comfortably behind the ball for the Tigers. Picks it up cleanly. And he's ready to release with his hand to the right-hand side. So the Tigers looking very dangerous on the counter here. Anything Harrington throws up front. Now an opportunity here for Tyler Reid. Tyler Reid now for Camden, but Baldy gets down and saves it. Reid again, and this time he gets it. Tyler Reid scores for the Camden Tigers. Ryan Baldy got down and saved the ball on the first occasion. Couldn't quite hang on to it. And Reid pounced on it and smashes it in the corner. And the Tigers back up their opening goal with a goal 3 minutes later. And after 19 minutes of play here at Emerald Hills Reserve, it's the Camden Tigers 2, Harrington United 0. Just as I was mentioning there, they look very dangerous on the counter with numbers. And once again, exposing the Hornets at the back there. Lovely flick there from Campese. Anderson gets there in front of him. Conroy forced to go back there with Tyler Reid on his back, and Rowley under a bit of pressure here, the skipper. Chips the ball towards Saray Singh. Heads the ball away towards the middle. Tyler Reid wins a free kick for the Tigers. So the Tigers starting to roll here at Emerald Hills Reserve. Singh now on the left-hand side with that quick free kick. Campese. Singh has to retrieve and go back. Jaden Brown slides the ball to Alex Steedman, the skipper today for the Tigers. Tripodi back to Steedman, who gives it straight back to William Curry of the Hornets. Sumners with a lovely flick. Jacob Jones here onside. Jake got us from the angle. Just took a heavy touch there at the end and made that angle very acute. And Tom Haynes got his angles right there, but I think it might be goal kick. Ball just going over the byline. And Haynes to take this goal kick for the Tigers. Haynes to halfway. Conroy heads it forward. Franklin Tripodi back for the Tigers. One over his head. And I thought the free kick might have gone the other way with Franklin Tripodi all over the back there. I think it was Rob Ali Muhammad. So the Tigers now come away with that free kick. Campese down the left-hand side. Just marginally offside. The assistant referee on the far side, Scott Beale, putting up his flag. And the Hornets now playing from behind. They're the team that need to push to get on the board here, when Tigers are just happy to absorb it and then do this on the counter Another ball through, but it's going to be too big and another offside call. Free kick for Harrington United. Jaden Rowley, the skipper, over the ball here for the Hornets. As they try and get a foot back in the contest here, they need to be the next team to score to try and be competitive in this match. Rowley lobs one into the 18-yard box. The header goes back. Conroy fighting out there with Sarmento. A shot over the top. Rocking back there was Carlos Higa, and the result was a ball over the bar and for the Tigers. So the Tigers really shaping up here at Emerald Hills Reserve as we have a substitution for Harrington United. Placement left back there. I'll pick that up for you in a moment. Now long ball down the right-hand side. Pickles is offside again. Free kick for the Hornets. Jaden Rowley to take it now again for the Hornets. They're trying to float this ball into the 18-yard box, looking for big Jacob Jones. In it goes. Haynes saw it all away and takes it comfortably for the Tigers. Flick there from Sarmento. Pickles trying to get through, but well defended there by the skipper Jaden Rowley, and goes back. Anderson, Curry. Takes a deflection off a Tigers player, but it works its way to Henry Key. Over on the right here, and he goes back to Ryan Baldy, and they start again now, Harrington United. Things just seem to be working out easier for the Tigers at the moment as the Hornets look to press down the left-hand side. Robley Mohammed crosses over with his left foot. Haynes saw it all the way and takes it comfortably. Officials calling the ball out for a throw-in on the far side before ball reached Tom Haynes. So the Tigers to come out from their corner. Robley. Key with his left foot. Takes a deflection. Haynes picks it up for the Tigers. And it's going to go long by foot. A drop punt over the left-hand side, and it's going to find touch. And a throw in for Harrington United. Key back on the inside. Surrett works out well now for the Hornets. A ball into the middle. Jacob Jones stretches. A shot from distance. Over the top. Hits the crossbar. A bit of assistance there from Tom Haynes. But a great strike there from Zane Sumners. Haynes just getting a palm on it. Deflected over the crossbar, and for a corner kick. So Henry Key now to take this corner for All United. Wouldn't they love a goal here? The Hornets, in goes Key to the top of the box, beats everybody. And now the ball falls for Dan Anderson. Henry Key, is he onside? No, he's not. And it'll be a free kick for the Camden Tigers. Approaching the 28-minute mark in the first half here. Camden Tigers 2, leading Harrington United 0. Goals in quick succession to Dan Pickles and also to Tyler Reid. Key looking for that long ball from Rowley. Singh in attendance. Ethan strong on the ball there. Campese goes back on the inside. Surrett gets a interception, but commits a foul in the process, and it'll be a throw-in. I beg your pardon, a free kick for the Tigers coming out of their defensive end. Jaden Brown over the ball here for the Tigers. Short option now for Franklin Tripodi. Now Tigers go along down the right-hand side. Sarmento. As the Tigers start again. This time Campese might be getting a ball on the left a little bit too straight there for him, and the ball makes its way through Ryan Baldy. And now Teo Surrett again now for Harrington United, who are finding difficult work here trying to create a passage through the Tigers' defence. Jaden Brown with a forceful header. And that should be a foul, though. Play on's the call. Franklin Tripodi goes long and Campese's offside. So the Hornets to come back again. The Tigers will be pretty comfortable up to where the match is at the moment. Coach Murray Stallard will be pretty happy with the progress so far being made by his team here. Conroy, 2-on-1 there, and Pickles gets the ball off him and straight away goes down the right-hand side. Curry for Harrington United, straight into Sarmento. And ball's finally out of play on the far side there. Kobe Stenko just couldn't quite keep it in for the Tigers. Ball floating along the line on the far side. Pickles working hard there on the far side with Stanko. So is Conroy. Comes away with it. Mateo Surrett. Back down the left-hand side. Jacob Jones is offside. And it'll be a free kick here for the Tigers. Hornets really pushing hard, but just can't come up with a clear-cut opportunity here against the Tigers' defence so far. Camden goes short. Jaden Brown does well to keep his footing and the ball. I'll have another go. This time he goes wide to the right, looking for Kobe Stanko. Now Franklin Tripodi. Goes square. Sarmento. Franklin Tripodi. Down the right-hand side, Stanko. Now looking for Pickles, but cut out there by Curry. Dan Anderson comes back for the Hornets. Mateo Surrett floats a ball towards Jacob Jones, and he's offside again. That'll be a free kick here as Jaden Brown looks for Ethan Singh, and the Tigers look to play out of their own end. Long ball towards Campese, a little bit too long as Jaden Rowley coming back to tap the ball back towards Ryan Baldy, and that ball's too big, and it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers, just in the half of the Hornets. So 13 minutes left before the break. Camden Tigers 2, Harrington United 0. Singh with a long throw down the line. Pickles goes back to Sarmento. And Campese couldn't pick it up. Now the ball falls for Luke Conroy now of Harrington United. Sumner's on the left-hand side. The ball breaks for the Tigers. Long ball cut out there by Rowley, and Dan Anderson working hard, and Rowley goes across. William Curry. Ball through the middle. Carlos Higa. Anderson. Commitment there for the Hornets with that challenge. Winning the ball. Now Henry Key sent on his way, but ball too far away from him, and Tom Haynes to pick it up comfortably. No lack of endeavour here from Harrington United. Haven't been able to execute their plays to put pressure here on the Tigers' defence. Now Tigers give it away. Curry goes back to Rowley, who's under pressure from Tyler Reid, and it'll be a free kick here for Harrington United. Rowley looking for Jones, nods it forward, and Tom Haynes had it covered before Henry Key could get there. That'll be a throw-in, a goal kick here for Camden. So Tom Haynes to restart for the Tigers. Dan Pickles with a glancing header, and as far as Jaden Rowley, and now he delivers the ball out to Key, back to Surrett. A return ball towards Key, but Jaden Brown's got it covered for the Tigers and puts it out over the... As the Hornets look to build some pressure here to try and get on the board and halve the deficit. Down 2-0 at the moment. Singh again, he's been strong down the left in defence as Ethan Singh for the Tigers. Rowley to Anderson. Anderson to Mateo Surrett. He might give it up to Pickles. He does. Now Campese on his way down the left. Still with Campese. Campese trying to flick one through to Pickles. Cut out there by Jaden Rowley. And there'll be a throw in here for Camden, who look much more lethal on the counter. And creating plenty of problems here for the Hornets. As Ethan Singh to take this throw in. Tigers look to build up again. Ball given away, Anderson. Surrett looking for Rowley. Anderson with a foot in. Play on's the call. Now Dan Pickles is onside here for the Tigers. He went too early and Baldy saves twice. Still with Pickles to the far stick and away for a goal kick. Well, Pickles had a look up at the assistant referee on the far side, saw the flag was down. Maybe he was trying to be a little bit too cute with the first effort. Was able to get a second chance, but Ryan Baldy does well to save the day for the Hornets in the end. And a goal kick emanates for Harrington United. So Ryan Baldy called into action there in his first game back in the top grade in 2026. Jaden Brown with an imposing header back. The ball going through, looking for Brenton McGee, who's on the field now for the Tigers. And the ball goes straight through to Ryan Baldy. Dylan Davies on the far side for Harrington United. Throw in for the Hornets. The referee not happy with the positioning of the throw, says, can you go back, please? Curry under pressure there from McGee. Gets it away, Conroy. Anderson gets his pocket pick there, but it works out for Rowley, and he gets his pocket picked as well. McGee. Josh McGuinness on the pitch as well now for the Tigers. So the Tigers in control of this fixture so far at the moment at Emerald Hills Reserve. And with 7 minutes remaining before the break, Camden 2 leading Harrington United 0. Now you can't be offside from a throw-in. An opportunity here for Camden again. Can they make it 3? Will the ball sit up? It does, and just wide in the end there from Josh McGuinness. I think the ball might have taken a deflection. It'll be a corner here for the Tigers. Well, looking to ram home the advantage before the break. Trying to break 3 clear of the Hornets, but they deny them on that occasion. Sarmento again from this right-hand side. In it comes, top of the penalty spot, Singh gets up, brings it down, but Ryan Baldy collects the ball for the Hornets. Baldy goes long and strong. Over the head there of Jaden Brown. Sumner's playing a bit more central now. Chasing after it. Dylan Davies for the Hornets. Couldn't keep it in play. And there'll be a throw in now for the Tigers. Franklin Tripodi goes long down the line looking for McGuinness and McGee. So United now to come back the other way. Wouldn't they love a goal before half-time here, the Hornets? Now the throw goes in the middle to Conroy. Forced to go back. Camden in their faces, offside against Harrington United there. Camden with a free kick. Campese down the left, back to Singh. Good combination in the first half. Singh goes long, over the top there, looking for Brenton McGee. McGee with a touch over his head and cleared away in the end there from Robley Muhammad for Harrington United. It'll be a throw in for Camden, who are threatening with a third as we approach the final 5 minutes of the first half. So corner kick here for Camden. Sarmento making a short option, but ignored. The ball floated to the middle of the spot, looking for Singh. Gets a head on it, but couldn't find the direction. And it'll be a goal kick for the Hornets. Ryan Baldy to take this goal kick now for the Hornets as we close in on half-time. Camden Tigers 2, Harrington United 0. A long throw down the line. Looking for Josh McGuinness, who couldn't keep it in play. The Tigers happy to have the ball down that end. Now breakaway. Almost there. Sumner's getting the ball, but that's a good pass there. Straight in the path of Campese. Campese looking through, but Intercepted there in the end from Mateo Surrett. And now Sumners cuts back on the inside. He's outnumbered here, Sumners. He'll do well to keep the ball. He does. Mateo Surrett chips one over the top. Is Henry Key onside? Yes, he is. Key gets away from Singh. Puts in a cross. Sumners puts the ball to the other side, but Robley Muhammad couldn't keep it in play. And it'll be a throw in now for the Tigers. Camden playing out of the back. Brown. Good piece of control there by Sarmento in the middle of the park for the Tigers. Chip over the top. Looking for McGuinness. Henry Key. Surrett forced to go back to Ryan Baldy and the Hornets to start again. A long ball from Baldy looking for Key. Singh in the way again. Surrett down the right-hand side. Can he get something started here for the Hornets? Camden with a throw. Inside the final 60 seconds of the first half here at Emerald Hills Reserve. The Tigers 2 leading the Hornets 0. Singh with a long throw down the left. Looks for McGee, cuts it back in, looking for McGuinness. But Curry in the way, straight back to Baldy and unloads towards halfway, and the Hornets come back now through Con. A ball on the left-hand side, Sumners looking for it. And not a bad effort there. And Dylan Davies with that cross for the Hornets. This could be the last action of play here in the first half as Harrington United with this corner kick. So the Hornets, this is a good time to score. In it comes to the far stick, beats everybody. And I don't think we're going to have enough time here to follow up play as the cross goes in. It's out of play. And Johan Pinto looks up at his watch. We're in the final seconds here, and there is another corner kick here for Harrington United. Chris Curry over the ball. Curry with a cross to the top of the box. And that's it for the opening half here as Johan Pinto, the referee, brings it to a close. And the Tigers, courtesy of 2 goals in 3 minutes. One from Dan Pickles with a very authoritative header. And Tyler Reid had a couple of cracks with his effort and finally got it into the corner of the net. And halftime here at Emerald Hills Reserve, it's Harrington United Hornets 0, Camden Tigers 2. Make sure you join us for the second half. We'll be back shortly. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Emerald Hills Reserve for the second half between the Harrington United Hornets and the Camden Tigers. The away team leading by 2-0, and referee Johan Pinto is about to get us underway for the second 45 minutes. Great to have your company on the M-League YouTube channel, brought to you by the Macarthur Football Association and great sponsors, West Group and Deploy Footballs. Referee just making sure everything's in readiness. We're underway in the second half. Harrington United in their all-dark strip. I'll be running from right to left on your screens in the second half. And the Tigers with the gold tops, the black shorts and gold socks. And the right across, just going past McGuinness. Excuse me. And that effort over the top in the opening seconds here as the Harrington United Hornets looking to a job from the way back in the second half. So Ryan Baldy with his goal kick. Going in the middle of the park. There's Harry Gelder. Apologies in the first half to Sam Gelder, I beg your pardon, where I was given the incorrect jersey number. So Sam playing in number 2 as opposed to the number 6 I was given. So any good stuff you did in the first half. Apologies, Sam. There's the Tigers. I've got a throw in on the far side. Ethan Singh to restart play. A long lobby throw to the top of the box, and the ball's knotted behind for a corner kick. So Camden now, as we go into the setting sun here, Emerald Hills Reserve, goes to the near stick. A ball floated over the top. Baldy couldn't get anything behind it and over the top there. Josh McGuinness just couldn't quite bring it under control and puts it over the bar. So the Tigers left off from late in the first half, pressing really hard to try and register a third. It's Harrington United. Look to make an in defence of the Tigers. A run there from Robley Muhammad, and the ball will go out for a Tigers throw in. Robley showing some intent there to get through the line, but the Tigers with a throw in. Franklin Tripodi, a long throw down the line. Off the head there of Brenton McGee. McGuinness after it, and in the end, referee Johan Pinto saying hands in the back there by Josh McGuinness. And a free kick in out for the Hornets on the left-hand side. Robley Muhammad goes all the way back to Ryan Baldy. Hornets go long again. Josh McGee. Brenton McGee, I beg your pardon, on the ball. And now that was too big for Henry Key from Jaden Rowley. Ball didn't cross the line according to the assistant referee. There'll be a goal kick here for the Tigers. Haynes goes up over halfway. Now, Josh McGuinness lobs it forward looking for McGee, but Baldy gets there first. So Ethan Singh to restart play here for the Tigers down the left. The ball's going to roll out harmlessly for a goal kick. So it looks like a couple of changes in defence here. Both the Mohammed brothers playing in defence, Cois and Robley. There's Robley on the ball. Goes for a long pass down the right-hand side. Now the rally goes out wide for the Hornets as they look to build up here. A crossover to the far side looking for Henry Key. The ball's cut out. Rowley again. Goes back. Chris Curry was fouled according to referee Johan Pinto. Tried to get himself in between the gap, but fouled in the process, and a dead ball situation in a very strong position here for Harrington United. Jaden Rowley, the skipper, over the ball. So will Rowley have a pop? Jaden Rowley now for the Hornets. In it goes to the top corner. And just wide of the mark. Drifted off the breeze. And Tom Haynes stuck out his hand, but the ball was wide and it'd be a goal kick. Good effort there from the skipper. Using the breeze with the drift. Haynes goes short. Jaden Brown. On the right hand side. Goes to Brenton McGee. Gelder. McGee back to Gelder. Key couldn't get there. Pediotots couldn't quite find a teammate there. Chris. Excuse me. And the Hornets give it away. Streaming through the gap there now is McGee. And shouldered out of it by Robley Mohammed. Josh McGuinness, I beg your pardon, steaming through that gap there and looking to get a cross in. Robley Mohammed got in the way, and another corner results here for the Camden Tigers early in the second half. Chris Pediotos to the top of the box. And the shot couldn't be kept down in the end. Ends up in the car park there from almost from Michael Franklin Tripodi, but goal kick eventuates here now for the Harrington United Hornets, who are finding it very difficult to try and break down this Camden Tigers defence. Camden leading by 2-0 here as the Hornets try and arrest the deficit, and at the same time Tigers on the counter can prove some issues. As Harrington United playing out of the back. Carlos Higo battling out there with McGee. The ball ends up out of play and it'll be thrown for the Hornets. Ethan Singh now for the Tigers. Throws the ball in down the left-hand side. Kawis Mohammed. It's a free kick here for Harrington United. As they look to come out of defence, this time they'll go long. But it might fall here for Chris Curry. Curry outnumbered in the end again, but wins a free kick for his team. So the Hornets again with a set-piece situation. Over the head there from Kawis Mohammed. A long ball floating to Haynes, who saw it all the way and takes it comfortably for the Tigers. A drop punt straight down the middle. Robley Mohammed heads it down, but the Tigers end up with the ball. Franklin Tripodi. Pediotis. Still with Pediotis down the right-hand side here for the Tigers. Back to Gelder. Franklin Tripodi. Back to Gelder again. Keeping the ball here well, the Tigers. This time Franklin Tripodi goes to the middle. Jaden Brown. Singh, under pressure, does well. Puts the ball in the middle. Rebounds here for Gelder. Gelder puts a foot in and stick down the left-hand side. And the ball wins the race. It's going to be a goal kick. But a nice passage from Tigers. Going from one side to the other, keeping the ball nicely. Trying to look for a gap out the left, but final touch just a little heavy. As Robley Mohammed comes out of defence again for the Hornets. As they try again. That pass was intercepted now. Sarmento on the ball here for the Tigers. Forced to go back. Gelder. Singh. Under pressure. Brown goes back to Haynes. Riley Hinton up front now for Harrington United Hornets. Hornets give it away again. Now the Tigers with a numerical advantage here if they can work it out. Josh McGuinness goes to Gelder on the left-hand side. McGuinness! Oh, great save there from Baldy. Sticks out a leg and stops the ball. From point-blank range, McGuinness couldn't find the back of the net. Ryan Baldy saves the day for the Hornets because at 3-0, it would have been a long way back for the home team. So the Hornets still in the contest here at Emerald Hills Reserve. Thanks to their custodian Ryan Baldy there a few moments ago. Singh with another long throw. And this time Baldy by foot clears to halfway, almost. Brown finds Pediotis. Franklin Tripodi to the penalty spot. The ball, excuse me, bounces over the head there of Sam Gelder. It's actually Brenton McGee. But the Tigers looking a little bit more clinical here than the Hornets at the moment, as they try and capture a third and really press home the advantage. Pardon me. Kawis Mohammed clears long for the Hornets, but back come the Tigers. Franklin Tripodi floats a ball to the opposite side. Brought down there by McGuinness and put behind for a corner kick. So the Tigers really looking to round home the advantage here. Try and take advantage of this possession and the flow of play that they've had in the last few moments. So replacement Lachlan Newman to take this corner kick for the Camden Tigers. Newman swings it in on the breeze to the near post. And Kawis Muhammad gets it away. Newman again goes to the far stick. Franklin Tripodi fouls his opponent there. And a free kick for the Hornets. It was Jaden Rowley. Actually, Henry Key was a player beat foul there. Helping out in defence. Now running up to his attacking left side position as Chris Pediotis down the right hand side. Alex Steedman goes back. Franklin Tripodi almost tripped over the ball, but not quite. Alex Steedman. Steedman again under pressure there from Carlos Higa. Sam Gelder chips a ball to the side, but it comes out now for the Hornets down the right hand side. Good strong run there from Zane Sumners, but unfortunately gave away a free kick there with a foul. So the Hornets not showing enough at the moment to try and crack this Tigers defence. Flying in there, Josh McGuinness. Anderson gets it now back for the Hornets. Give it away. McGuinness looking for Gelder, didn't quite get there and the ball's out of play, and Harrington United finding very difficult going at the moment to try and get back into this contest. So Ryan Baldy restart play and the Hornets provide a clear-cut opportunity on the ball. Good touch there from Chris Curry. Couldn't find Key. Franklin Tripodi, Gelder. Steedman back in defence. Gives the ball away. Riley Hinton. Jaden Brown gets a high clearance underway there. Franklin Tripodi using his body legally according to the officials. And now on the counter, here come the Tigers again. Through the middle, now out wide here for Pediotis. That's a foul, one originally from Rowley and then Key over the top. Going to be a free kick and a yellow card there against Henry Key. So Franklin Tripodi gets on with it quickly. Steedman, Sarmento, as the Tigers look to build up again. Gelder with a nice turn. Sam Gelder, a lovely ball through. Cut out there from Kawis Mohammed, but Gelder like a jack in the box there. Springing into action for the Tigers. Camden looking to up the tempo here and try and still seal the 3 points here this afternoon. Ryan Baldy goes back. And the Hornets come out with it again through Kawis Mohammed. Anderson. Looking to play 1-2 with Hinton. Now the ball ends up on the right-hand side with Higa. Good interception there by Ethan Singh of the Tigers. The Hornets. Sumners. A left-footed cross. Over there. Riley Hinton gets a head on it. Not a bad effort there. The ball just got a little bit big on him. Was able to ask the question of Tom Haynes there, who responded with a clean take. Rowley puts it out of play, and Franklin Tripodi, another long throw. Headed there from Robley Mohammed. And now Chris Curry switches the play on the left-hand side here. Looking for Key. Key gets around Franklin Tripodi, still with Key. Key here for the Hornets. Looking to cross the ball over. He does to the far side. The flag's up on the far side, and the frustrations and groans of the Hornets fan can be heard through this live stream here as the Tigers come back again. McGee, the ball taken off him there by Kawis Mohammed, who goes back to Anderson, and Robley Mohammed to start again now for the Hornets. As they measure a pass, but only goes to Steedman. And a throw in now for the Hornets. Before that happens, the substitution now for Harrington United. Chris Curry, the player, being replaced. Now the Mohammed brothers coming out of the back here for Harrington United. Kawis Mohammed forced to go back to Ryan Baldy. Robley Mohammed, the ball just bouncing up, but good effort there. Play on's the call from the referee. Robley Mohammed. Some theatrical stuff there from Franklin Tripodi with a back heel. The scorpion clearance doesn't quite work out. As the Hornets now through Key. Sets it up for Anderson. And in the end, Dan Anderson with a bit of extra attention there. Towards Lachlan Newman, and it's going to be a free kick here for the Tigers. Back downfield, we have another issue here for Luke Conroy of the Hornets. Referee Johan Pinto running across to see how he's travelling. Favouring his left leg there is Luke. He might be limping his way towards the touchline. He will be, assisted by his teammates there. The defence team of the Mohammed brothers. So Luke Conroy also sustained a knock to his left leg there. Is really struggling to come off the pitch and finally gets to the sideline. So free kick here for the Tigers. Goes long towards Brenton McGee. And out of play now for the Hornets. Hornets go long. Franklin Tripodi back in the centre of defence, and Ethan Malloy's come on it right back for Camden. Pediotis. Scarmento just a little bit too heavy, and Ryan Baldy takes it for the Hornets. They need to make something happen here at Emerald Hills Reserve. As Jaden Rowley now for the home team goes for a skip down the middle, offering up a ball on the right-hand side. Ball's out of play, and a throw in for Camden. Zane Sumner's really tearing up after that one, but just couldn't quite catch up with it for the Hornets, and back come the Tigers again. Gelder tries to get a tap on, and a shot well and truly wide of the mark. As the home team really struggling to get a foothold back into this contest with just under 20 minutes remaining in the match. Camden Tigers via a couple of quick fire goals in the first half to Dan Pickles and also to Tyler Reid, has them in front by 2-0. And the resultant reserve grade was 2 late goals to the Hornets, giving a victory over the Camden Tigers by 2-1. The result was Harrington United 2, Camden Tigers 1, as first grade watching now is Jaden Rowley down the left-hand side looking for a gap. Henry Key, and a good tackle there, pushing the ball out of play. And a throw in for the Hornets in the far corner. Can they make something happen here in the back end of the match? So Harrington United, not sure what he's waiting for there. Henry Key puts it to the top of the box. Once again, Ethan Singh has been very strong in the defensive ranks for the Tigers today as Rowley clears the ball down the right-hand side looking for Sumners. Zane picks up a throw for the Hornets, and time starting to become their enemy now. The Hornets now from the right-hand side. It's going to be a free kick here for Harrington United, right in the corner. In comes the ball. Out comes Haynes, gets a punch out on it. And it's going to be a penalty kick for Harrington United. And a yellow card against the Camden player, Jaden Brown. Alex Steedman just asking for a ruling. Just before Haynes punched it out, it must have offered up a foul inside the box, and it's going to be a penalty kick here for the Hornets to try and pull one back here late in proceedings. Jaden Rowley with the ball in his hands here for Harrington United. As referee Johan Pinto still explaining to captain Alex Steedman on his ruling, but it won't be changing. And Jaden Rowley now with an opportunity to pull one back here for the home team, up against Tom Haynes of the Tigers. Jaden Rowley for Harrington United. Walks in and puts it in the corner. Plants it there and gets one back for the home team. It's the Camden Tigers 2 leading Harrington United 1, but there's a lifeline there for the home team as they halve the deficit here. And we go into the final 15 minutes. Jacob Jones back on the pitch, the big number 9 for the home team. Malloy goes to Brenton McGee. Does a 360 and the ball's out of play. It'll be a throw-in now for the Hornets. Looking to carry on this momentum from the successful penalty kick. Henry Key. Looking for options. Rowley comes in and now goes all the way back. Ryan Baldy. Can the Hornets end with a sting in their tail here in this fixture? Things never look likely, and they got a penalty kick a few moments ago. Jaden Rowley played that in the corner. And they're looking to try and press home another one here. Try and get a result late in this fixture here this afternoon. As we come to an exciting finish here at Emerald Hills Reserve as the sun sets right up against the camera lens. I hope it hasn't affected your pictures too much back at home or wherever you may be viewing. As the Hornets, Zane Sumner's down the right-hand side. The ball's won back by Singh, who's been a rock in defence for the Tigers. Gilder goes back out to Singh on the left-hand side. Dan Pickles back on the pitch. Scoring the opening goal, there's Dan. Says, hi, Ethan, how are you? Not too bad. There's the ball. You can have it, Ethan. And in the end, throw-in. Quick throw here. Jacob Jones on his left boot. Decides to have a crack from distance and just floating over the crossbar. That ball really floating up in the breeze. Dipped quickly. Tom Haynes was stranded. All he could do was look on, but fortunately really for him, it's gone over the crossbar. Haynes goes short. Jaden Brown now for the Camden Tigers. Playing out of the back, decides to go long. Down the left, looking for Pickles. Flags up here on the near side with assistant referee William Beale. Spotting the offside there as Dan was about to touch the ball, but in an offside position. Back come Harrington United. Carlos Higger on the right-hand side. Zane Sumners brings the ball in towards the middle. Cleared there from Steedman of the Tigers. McGuinness rushes up to the ball but couldn't quite get it. And now United spending a bit of time here in Camden's half. As Robley Muhammad pushes the ball forward and offsides the call. Can to get on with a free kick. The ball hitting Kobe Stanko and falls now for Dan Anderson of the Hornets. The veteran goes back to Kois Muhammad. Ball down the side. Sumners outnumbered there in the end, but still wins a throw in for the team. Now an opportunity here for Harrington United. Cut out by Camden Tigers. Here they come again. Anderson back to Jaden Rowley. Rowley goes down the left-hand side. Key coming in from behind. Is that a foul? There it is. And an opportunity now for Harrington United. Is that a penalty kick inside the box? Looks like it was. Just inside. And Jaden Rowley with another opportunity to convert from the spot and equal things up here for the Hornets. Jaden Rowley up against Tom Haynes. Rowley for the Hornets. Puts it on the left-hand side authoritatively. And the Hornets, they've come back from the dead here at Emerald Reserve. At Emerald Hills Reserve. And as the sun sets, the Hornets fans cheering loudly for their team. And they get back things on equal footing here. It's the Camden Tigers 2. Harrington United 2. And the ball comes out to the right now to McGee. Ethan Malloy goes back and gets a return ball from Steedman as the Tigers under pressure in their own half. Brenton McGee goes square. And United now finishing with a flourish. With 2 successful penalty kicks in the last 10 minutes. And with 8.5 minutes to go in this match. Rowley goes back. Now, the Hornets decide to go back. Would this be some kind of victory if the Hornets can achieve it? Being 2 down and look to be outplayed for the majority of the match. And Anderson almost gives it away there. Is that a push? Play on's the call. Robley Muhammad gives it away. Kobe Stanko tried to get a foot on it. Captain Rowley down the left-hand side. Win a free kick again. Another dead ball situation here for Harrington United. Jaden Rowley now. See if he can float a ball to the far side. And maybe get big Jacob Jones running onto the end of it. Rowley. Floats one to the far stick. Out comes Haynes and takes it under pressure really well. And now an opportunity here for the Tigers. They'll have to go back. Franklin Tripodi gives it away to Anderson. Back come Harrington United. A ball down the left-hand side. Surrett looking for a ball for Hinton, but out comes Haynes and takes the ball in front of him. Surrett decides to go back to his keeper, Ryan Baldy. Baldy goes out to the left-hand side. Henry Key. Key. Ball's out of play. Ethan Malloy to take this throw in. Malloy. Throw in for the Tigers. Can they push for a late winner here? Malloy goes to the middle. Key gets it away for Harrington United. Tripodi with Jaden Brown goes back for it. Jaden Rowley, was that a push in the back? Yes, it was, from Jacob Jones. And a free kick and a timely one now for the Tigers. Kobe Stanko into the middle. Ball breaks. Chip back in the middle, and Ryan Baldy takes it comfortably for the Hornets. He goes long. Up over halfway. Sumners does well to keep the ball. Goes back to Carlos Higa. Anderson trying to punch the hole. Couldn't find it. As good run there from Jaden Brown. Just couldn't find a teammate on the end of it. So just under 4 minutes remaining here at Emerald Hills Reserve. And it's Harrington United 2. Camden Tigers 2. Things looking comfortable for the Tigers, but 2 penalty kicks successfully converted by Jaden Rowley's got the home team back in the contest here, well and truly. And both teams really trying to push for a winner here late in the piece. Jacob Jones with a nice pass here for Hinton. Franklin Tripodi cuts it out. Still there with Harrington United on the corner of the box, and it's out for a throw-in. As the Tigers feeling comfortable about the situation and now struggling to try and hold on to a point here as the Hornets finishing the match strongly. Good piece of work there from Robley Mohammed. Robley Mohammed through the middle for the Hornets. Still with Robley Mohammed. Slips the ball in the middle. Jacob Jones! Offside's the call. And a free kick for the Tigers. But Robley Mohammed says, I'm going to run straight through you and try and make it difficult for the Tigers as they come back now. Dan Pickles. The ball rebounds into the path here of Hinton, looking for Key. But it's cut out by Franklin Tripodi, and he goes down the left-hand side through the feet there of Josh McGuinness, and it'll be a throw-in for the Hornets. The Tigers now with the throw. Two minutes to go here. Tigers 2, Hornets 2. Can either team create a winning opportunity? Brenton McGee cuts back in the middle for the Tigers. Dan Anderson waiting for him there. McGee does well to get it to Stanko. And now an opportunity here with the ball through from Tyler Reid, but straight into the hands of Ryan Baldy, who comes back now for the Hornets. Down the right-hand side, Zane Sumners does well. Sumner's looking for Jones, just evading him, and now goes back to Haynes, who clears by foot. Over to the left-hand side towards Dan Pickles. With a back heel, gets something on it. Carlos Higa there as well, now goes back for the Hornets. Looking for Henry Key. Henry Key with a ball looking for Hinton down the left-hand side. And in the end, defended by Franklin Tripodi, and out for a corner kick. As we inside the final 60 seconds here. Can the Hornets create a stunning comeback with a victory here in the last few seconds? Henry Key with a corner kick for Harrington United. In it goes to the far stick. Haynes got a hand on it. But Fortuna off a Hornets player, and it's going to be away for a goal kick. Could have went anywhere there, the ball. But it's gone over. And that could be the final attack on goal from either team as we Go into the final 20 seconds here at Emerald Hills Reserve. Haynes. Up towards halfway. Riley Hinton finding hard, but it falls for Dan Pickles. Down the left-hand side, Gelder. Gelder for the Tigers. Can they create another opportunity? No. Well cut out there from Koas Muhammad. And referee Johan Pinto says they'll do us for today. And the home team will be very happy with a point. They making a late comeback. A couple of late penalties to Jaden Rowley. Got them all square after 2 first-half goals from the Tigers, Dan Pickles and Tyler Reid. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this live stream match here in round 5, brought to you by West Group and Deploy Footballs. In the end, the points are shared here at Emerald Hills Reserve. Full-time, Harrington United Hornets 2, the Camden Tigers 2. Thanks very much for your company. We'll see you all again next time on M League YouTube TV. Bye for now.